Hey everyone, so I recently got myself a Blue Yeti because my Samsung Meteor was having some issues. I won't get into too much detail, but let's just say it wasn't durable enough for me, though the sound quality was great. With that being said, I thought this could be a great time to give this thing a test drive by seeing the things that I can do with it in terms of sound design, so why not make a video on it? There was a certain synth used in my Your Best Nightmare remix, specifically in the orchestral part. A very gritty synth that sounded similar to a growl that panned from side to side. Here's what it sounded like. Funny enough, that sound was created in a very weird way, so here's how I did it. So the first thing I did was open up Audacity. Audacity is a free program that can be extremely useful for recording audio and making a quick edit to it. And this may be a really weird concept to grasp, but I've recorded a very weird throat noise into Audacity. Next thing I did was open up FL Studio and loaded a VST I use very often called Harmor. Harmor has this very interesting tab in the interface labeled IMG. In that tab we can do something very cool that people call image resynthesis. Now, don't quote me on that, I'm not sure if I'm correct, correct me if I'm wrong of course. Anyway, with that section we can drag and drop something like a sound or even a picture into that little section and create a synth out of it. So what I did was I put the throat noise that I made and put it into that section of the image tab. Wherever you see blue and white is where the sound begins. The black space is where it's dead silent, so you might want to click on the diagram where the sound begins. Now at that point there is a knob called Scale. You turn that all the way to the middle. And it basically turns whatever sound is there into monotone. Another thing I usually do is turn down the speed knob to very close to the middle, not on the middle itself, because then it would just stop the sound right there. So about here. It slows down the sound a lot, which, you know, elongates the sound itself. And now we go to the FX tab. There's a lot of interesting things you can do with this tab. One thing I do a lot is add distortion. There are other effects that you can add to it that I won't really go into too much detail because honestly I can't really explain. Again, I have no formal knowledge of this. So I did tinker around with it a bit and came up with this sound. I didn't really do much to the sound. All I did was add distortion and compress it a bit. I also turned up this one knob called the resonance knob. I don't really know what it does, like I can't really explain it, but I can at least show you. There was also this one knob called the prism knob. That's also something I can't really explain, but again I can show you. So this is what it does. Anyway, I think that's about how I turned this sound into this sound. So thank you guys for watching and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.